next. That was good. So over on the CRM side, we have some of the kinds of objects that we're familiar with. We've got knowledge-based articles, we've got cases or incidents, we have customers, records and information, we have what products and services those customers have bought from us, so the installed base. On the VRM side, we have some information about identity, personal clouds, contact information, other relevant information. We also we imagined a Bustomer, a business personal cloud, business cloud.
Larger small cap.
Larger small cap that
right.
would have the maybe some of this installed base information. For all of this, we could assert terms of use and have the ability to signal intent, although it wasn't as clear the extent to which true intent casting as opposed to narrow intent casting made sense in a support environment if there's a one-to-one relationship.
David, I hate to back you up, but I'm not sure I understand what personal cloud is. Is that like all of my information that someone has out there?
Assume you have a database with 600 fields, and you choose which of those fields you'd like to execute during a given interaction with some other entity.
Give me an example.
Okay, so what is your zip code? What is your bank account routing number? What is the age of your dog?
Okay.
All those things could be in your cloud, and depending on...
They request this and you're okay with it.
That's right.
They get those two fields.
Then that I have information out there that I have shared with someone that's now in my personal cloud.
Or you want or need to share in order to procure the thing that you want to do.
Part of personal cloud is personal. It's your cloud that then shares with others.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So
Nobody
it's a
owns
digital
it but you.
butler, essentially.
I might have a blood sugar issue and I'm taking daily stuff, and that could be in the cloud. I could be
Like you won't give it to the dog sitter.
right, exactly right. Dog sitter's not going to see that. Yeah, so it's that sort of thing.
And where is that term used? I mean, we're using it a lot in here, but I've never heard it before being in here. So where have I
Personal
missed it?
cloud?
Yeah.
You know, unfortunately,
Salesforce is going to sell us one any minute. I'm pretty sure because they're all about the cloud. But
unfortunately, people think of it as just pure storage. You know, like where I keep my photos or whatever. But it actually is.
Cloud, you're going to get a bunch of storage devices.
Yeah.
Right now.
do you have photos of it on Wikipedia?
What's that?
Do you have photos of it on Wikipedia yet?
I think there actually is a personal cloud entry on Wikipedia. But, and there's a personal clouds list.
Oh, yeah.
Basically, there are a bunch of different terms that are being used, and because companies compete and don't want to use the same term,
right?
And because every analyst wants to have their own term.
Oh,
They call it like personal life management system.
Yeah, so Cuppinger Cole.
Yeah. I don't understand. Am I buying a personal cloud to keep that information?
It's kind of like Jetsons, right? Someday there may be a flying car. But until there is, we're going to talk about personal clouds.
It's the data that you have that's useful in the commercial world.
Okay.
The stuff that's not useful, I have terabyte of data on here. Very little of it is of any commercial use.
Yeah.
The stuff that is a lot of it is recurring.
Yeah.
Right. So,
got it.
It's name, address, the kind of stuff you use to fill out forms. But in the health area, it could be everything that Microsoft Health wants you to store in their vault, they call it, okay? Personal calls theirs a vault, personal.com calls theirs a vault.
No, they just changed it to personal cloud.
Oh, they did just change it to personal cloud because
there you go.
Okay, so in my personal cloud.
So personal.com is one of the companies, right? Okay. And you would get a free subscription from them, and that you would then, as you're filling out the forms for anything that you might fill out, say anything, that information will get sucked into your cloud, so you don't have to like go and sit and fill out all the fields.
I'm going on a cruise and I want to say I have a shellfish issue. Like it's in the cloud. You just click and go.
And your bank account and your everything that you want to put in there, but it's not in one space. It's sharded, and they can't even see it. You have to. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Sorry for that digression. Am I the only one that didn't know what that was?
No, we had this conversation.
We had it in the session.
Open space meeting.
Okay.
We had it in the session.
Okay, thank you.
Right. So that was good. So how these things come together, I guess Nitin had a very useful model there. And it was the customer.
See how useful that is?
The customer relates to the vendor. The customer has their personal cloud. They interact with the vendor potentially directly or potentially through an intermediary. There are developers who are facilitating all of this, and there are policymakers that are overseeing how all of this is happening. So that was an interaction model.
Market makers, the middle.
Market
Yeah,
makers. What did I say?
Market maker,
Market maker.
Market maker, yes.
like an eBay.
Got it.
It's in the notes.
Yes. So, so the way that this might actually work in a CRM system is that we would have this customer data, like we do today, right? We've got customer data in the CRM, and we get to keep it there. That's okay. The three things I think are different. One is the customer gets to see what we know about him or her, or it, if it's a customer. That the great use case is if I change my address once in my personal cloud, then the next time I interact with this system and I've given it permission to see that, it'll get that updated so I don't have to like go around and update things. And I also can control the terms. So for example, if I'm giving information about my install base to support, I can say, but you're not allowed to tell this to sales or put it into the OLO quote machine. So,
Yep.
Very
Yep.
good.
thank you.
You're doing a great job.
So anyway, it was fascinating. What was cool to me, my takeaway personally, was that this is, and you almost threw something at me, but it was like, no, it's just not that different. We're adding new features. We're not taking stuff away.
Right.
And that was really-
Right. That was a big aha. Yeah.
Sort of, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, it's
stuff.
and logic, not or logic. Yeah.
And is so much harder than or, honestly. It's a big deal. Yeah.
The
But
benefits are so much greater.
they're so much greater. Yeah.
Okay.
Yay.